Hello everybody, welcome back. I hope you're doing really well. I had no idea what I wanted to film today. I've got loads of new makeup that I really wanted to play with, but I wasn't really sure what to do. I thought I kind of want to try something different. A lot of the things that I had new in are very like pink, cute, pretty, and it brought me back to no other than Miss Sabrina Carpenter. A lot of the people that I see recreate her makeup are blonde and kind of look like her anyway. I've got quite different features to her. Obviously my hair is dark, so I'm quite interested to see how it will look on me. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's see the rollers are in just for like dramatic effect. Do not ask me to take them out. My hair will not look good. It will not look Sabrina Carpenter good. Take these off. These are like the stickiest thing. They are quite nice. Ow. I don't know if they're meant to be that sticky, surely not. I've got loads of pictures of the makeup that I like. I feel like we all know her makeup style now. Very pink, glossy. The thing I'm most excited for is the eyes because she always does like a nude tight line on that. I'm a black tight liner girl through and through. So I feel like I'm gonna look really weird. But so of course her skin is super glossy, gorgeous. Love the kind of makeup that she does. And actually I think she does it herself. I know she used to, but I'm pretty sure she still does her own makeup, which is so cool. So I'm going to start with the Vive Skin Nova. This is essential for this kind of skin. Super glowy. I look 100% more alive than I did 5 seconds ago. I love this primer so much. Go straight in with concealer. This is the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. I'm obsessed with this. Putting that up. I have got a few little spots at the moment. The consistency of this is so gorgeous. I almost use it as like an all-over foundation. And I'm going to start buffing that in. I've got a very on-brand pink sponge here. I was actually really torn between doing like a really grungy bleached brow look or this, which is literally my two inner wolves fighting with each other. But I thought this was a little bit different. I haven't done any like really pretty makeup basically ever. It just evens everything out, brightens underneath my eyes a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with the Vive Skin Nova Complexion Balm. You know how much I love this shit. I start with one layer, but I might build up some other products on top just because the skin needs to be flawless. This is Sabrina Carpenter. We're not playing around. Just buffing that in with a Zoeva 102 brush. Do you remember like the chokehold that Zoeva brushes had everyone in? That's so good though. This is like still one of my favourite foundation brushes ever. I like vividly remember saving up my money and going to Selfridges like beauty haul and buying a Zoeva brush set, and it came in like a leather bag, and I was like, oh, I'm the baddest bitch on earth. I'm pretty sure I still have all of those brushes and the bag, so return on investment, pretty good. I don't want to talk about this. I literally did the most stupid thing of my life. Well, it wasn't the most stupid thing of my life, but it was very stupid. I've done worse, but I went in a sauna yesterday and I didn't take any of my jewellery off. I've got an actual burn blister there and a couple here. Please ignore that. I'm going through the motions as it is. I'm going to brighten up underneath my eyes with the NARS Light 2 Vanilla Concealer. I actually found this concealer this morning. It's a bit too light for me, but it's going to be good for like a real bright under eye, which she always has. She has that very like dull, perfect skin. Just anywhere I want to brighten up. Look, I actually really don't like this sponge. I know it's pink and cute, but I don't like it. I use my Vive one. This is trusty. You just assume that all sponges are made of sponge. Honestly, the difference between sponges is something that I could and will go into heavy detail about. The Vive sponge, this one, is like the squishiest, nicest little thing. I will never stray away from this sponge again. I'm sorry. I'm going to warm up my skin a little bit. She has obviously beautiful, warm, glowy skin. So I'm going to use the Dior Skin Contour in the shade 02 Tan. I absolutely love this. It is a little on the warm side. It kind of works for the look today because she is super bronzy and warm. I always use too much of this, so I need to just like stop there. Sephora 06 brush. I love this brush so much. I need to buy like 5 of them. This is called the Multitasker brush, and boy does it live up to the name. You can literally use it for anything. You know what I really do love? Sabrina Carpenter's nose. She's got that bit where it's like slightly wider on the bridge, and oh my god, I just think it looks so nice. It's like my favourite type of nose. That. Okay, the skin is starting to come together. We're looking good. I think I'm going to set my eyes right at the end because I'm going to go in with a few different blushes, so I think we'll do all of that in the end. Might need to reconceal underneath the eyes as well a little bit. I was like rifling through my makeup looking for really pink things. This may come as a surprise to you, but I don't have many really pink things. So I found this one of the Beauty Bay liquid blushes. This is the shade Bon Bon. It's like a really cool toned, super Barbie pink. I think it will be perfect. And I know that I love the texture of these so much. So I'm going to just go for it. I feel like this is going to feel ridiculous and it's going to feel like too much, but that's the point. Buff that in. That's like the perfect tone of blush. I'm going to bring it quite far underneath my eyes. She always has that like all over blush. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I have got 2 other blushes that I'm gonna layer over the top, so it's gonna be a bit of a cocktail of blushes, but I want to get that base colour like quite intense anyway. So I'm just kind of focusing that, not blending it out so much. That is very blushy, but I think we're on the right track. This blush literally came yesterday from Revolution, and isn't that the most perfect thing? I actually don't own a blush like this exact undertone. This is called Pink Lady. I'm unsure how pigmented it's going to be, so I'm going to go in with a little bit first. And I'm just going to pat that over the top. And then just sort of lightly dust it underneath my eyes. Oh, no, dropped it. And then a little bit across the nose. And I'm kind of bringing it up around the temples. In the end, I kind of want the eyes and blush to sort of just become one happy family. So I'm kind of bringing it quite high up. And I'm just patting back underneath my eyes with whatever's left on the sponge. And then Laura Mercier setting powder. This is the Blurring Translucent. I'm going to use this underneath my eyes and anywhere else that I want to set. Her skin generally is quite matte other than the blush. And I've got like a glowy blush I'm going to go in with in a minute. So everywhere else I want to be quite set. And then same powder on a little soft brush. Just going to run that anywhere else that looks a bit shiny. And last step for the blush, I'm going to go with the Rare Beauty powder blush in Cheer. These blushes were literally made for this look. Like, this screams Sabrina Carpenter to me. I'm going to go in with quite a bit of this all over. Yes, you see, the second you do that, I'm like, yep, the shimmer in them is just gorgeous. I actually wonder, surely she uses literally this blush, because that just looks exactly like her skin. It's got like, the shimmer is also pink underneath it. You can kind of see like reflects pink too. So I feel like it just gives that real Barbie, gorgeous skin. And these you literally just need like a touch of. I realise I've got literally one monobrow hair. I always get this one that just comes back with a vengeance. Okay, I actually think the skin is almost done. I think I could go in with a highlight, but I actually love the pink highlight in that. I'm going to add in some freckles across my nose. I'm just going to contour my nose a little bit with the Giorgio Armani bronzer, just to bring back in the shape. Sometimes when my whole nose is like really highlighted, it feels a bit lost. Top underneath the brow. I always think when you do quite a heavy eyeshadow look, that always looks really nice. Okay, last step for skin. I'm going to use the iconic Prep Set Glow in the shade Original. Just going to melt everything into the skin. We've got quite a few layers of powder on, so this is just going to like soak everything in together, and it also gives you a little extra glow because it's magical. So going on to eyes, I've actually found the most perfect palette ever for this. This is the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm palette, and I do need a warm palette. And look at her. I literally just hit my brush into it, but I feel like that's perfect. Like these kind of shimmers. Oh wow, that one's like, that one like goes green from some angles. I don't know if you can see that. Wow, that's really cool. I start off with the shade Ripe, and I'm basically just going to run that into the crease and then just softly all over. Her whole look is very warm, so everything that she uses is very warm toned, very pinky, orangey, which to be fair is right up my street. So just lightly buffing that so it kind of ends up marrying into that blush. Honestly, I think her eyes look really complicated, but I think they're actually really, really simple. I'm just going to define the crease a little bit more, focusing it like right in the crease. This is the shade Soft Spot. Just like such a subtle difference from that to that, but I think it really makes all the difference. I'm going to be totally honest with you right now. I did bring some lashes with me to film. Already I can't be asked. I feel like it's best to be upfront and honest about that, that the thought was there. I considered it. I've considered it again, and I really don't want to do it. I have got a lash primer, so I'm going to really give it some with my natural lashes. We're going to push them. Like, sometimes her eye makeup is a little bit more smoky. I feel like in this one, there's definitely a little something underneath the nude liner. I think that's why it pops so much. So I'm going to do a little bit of brown underneath, but nothing crazy. Smudging that along the bottom. This palette is literally perfect for this. Okay, I think I'm going to leave the eyes at that. So she normally will do like a really sparkly inner corner. I kind of want to do the full shebang. I'm going full Sabrina. So I'm going to bring the sparkle down a little bit. Little wing, nude liner, Bob's your uncle. I would love to use my fingers for this, but I've got nails on, so we're going to have to use a little brush. I'm going to go into the shade Fancy. Quite like a light champagne-y. Whoa. Yeah, perfect. Build that up. I think she keeps it quite inner corner, maybe like a little under the brow bone. I just love a really like over glittery inner corner, you know, and it looks like you've been like crying like fairy tears. I love that so much. I'm going to start with this as my kind of glittery base, and then I'm going to build on top. I always find doing like a couple of different textures of glitter that's when you get that real like pop, especially in flash pictures. I actually met the girls who own Discotheque, you know, that candle brand that I go on about all the time. I actually got to meet the girls the other night, and I've literally not been able to get her makeup out of my mind. She had this all over like disco ball eyelid thing, and I was like, where the hell is that from? You like open your notes app the next day and you're like, what is that? And it just said Lemonhead LA. And I've actually never heard of that brand. I don't know if you can even get it over here, but I was like, I literally need that. Yeah, I always feel like different textures and different like sizes of glitter is when you get that real like sickening super glow. It's really pretty for the base. Then I'm actually going to go in with my finger and a little bit of this one. This is the shade Elm. Seems to be a little bit brighter. Oh, do you know what I do have actually? I have such a good eyeshadow for this. Wait there. Wait there. How did I not think about this? I got this a while ago in Pure Soul, which is like a Korean beauty makeup shop. This is the Glow Shattered Glass Glitter in the shade 1979. And it's like this beautiful, proper like fairy dust glitter. So I'm going to pat a little bit of that on top. I'm going to do a little bit in the inner corner. I'm so happy I remembered that. I would have been literally gutted if I'd seen that in my drawer later. And then last thing for glitter, I've got this brand new palette from Kylie Cosmetics. This is the Wet Shimmer Quad. As you can tell, I'm using it a lot at the moment. A little bit of the shade Moonlight and just pat that over the top. We're going full shimmer. Amazing. Obsessed. Love it. Actually going to do the wing brown. I think a lot of the time hers is black, but I think just to keep it nice and soft, I'm going to use the shade Pep from the Natasha Denona palette. It's like a really, really deep brown. And I'm just going to create a little soft, smoky wing. Yeah, I feel like that's just nice and soft. This is why I love makeup so much, because I literally feel like a different person with this makeup look on. Like when I go full grunge, really black makeup, like I love it so much, but I feel so different to how I feel right now. I feel like a fairy right now. I feel like a princess. You know what I love about her so much? And this is also one of my biggest selling points for like Taylor Swift. I know people love to not love Taylor Swift, but I just love people that will like give it some. Like I feel like everyone is so like nonchalant now and like, oh, I don't really care, like whatever, gonna wear like jeans on stage and be like super cool. Like no, I want you to have a diamond encrusted corset on. I want you to go full out. I want a performance. I want choreography, you know, because I feel like you kind of have to love it to do that. Like when you actually watch Taylor Swift perform, you're like, shit, this is like a performance. This is a showwoman. And that's also how I feel about Sabrina Carpenter. Like she is putting on a show, and I love that so much. Because I feel like we've strayed too far from that, you know, everyone's too cool now. And when everyone's too cool, what happens? No one's cool. So that's me. I can literally not stop dropping things. I don't actually know what's wrong with me. Ah! Oh my god. Now, time to tight line. This was actually the only nude liner I could find in my collection, so luckily I've got this. This is the Kosas Soul Gazer in the shade Gravitate. It's like the perfect nude, so. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god, what the hell? That literally looks nothing like me. This is so weird. Normally at this point when I do this, I'm like serious, but now I look like a cutie pie. So moving on to mascara. Like I said, I'm not doing lashes. I'm so sorry. I would love to do them, but I really don't want to do them. But I'm meeting in the middle. I'm going to use a lash primer. This is the MAC Legit Lift Lash Primer. This is one of those things, every time I use a lash primer, I'm like, wow, that's so good. I need to do this every day. And then what do you think happens? Yep, I never do it again. Correct. I feel like the lashes need to be on top form today. She always has amazing lashes and cute little bottom lashes, which I also never do. So I've actually got a meeting like straight after this. Everyone's going to be like, who is this? Narnia, Ice Witch vibes. I'm going to go in with the Vive Modern Mascara. This is my favourite mascara. Super black. I'm sorry, I need like the actual science behind that. Like, what has that done to my lashes? They don't normally look like that. Oh my god, that's actually magic. That is insane. They look like so thick. Anyone that says lash primers don't work, riddle me this. Right, I'm going to do little bottom lashes now. When I do the bottom lashes, and then I always pull the bottoms off them because I don't like when they're too long and they just sit weirdly. Oh, that looks really cute. Eyes are done. I'm literally obsessed with them. They look so, so cute. Okay, last step, lips, and then we are done. So I've pulled out a few different products that I think would work. She always has a really beautiful glossy nude lip. I think her nude lip is always a bit redder and pinker than I would usually go for. So I fished out some products that I think are a bit more pink. I've got this new one from Revolution. This is the Pout Liner in the shade Burnt Cherry Red. I'll line my lips with that and we will see Look red, does it? But then it kind of is red. I've also got this one from Kylie Cosmetics. This is the Risky Rose. So I might just outline with this one and then blend it in a bit. Like everything else I was looking at was like way too brown. I always go for more of a browny nude. So let's try this Kylie one. I think that will be perfect. Yeah. These liners are mental as well. They're like plumping lip liners, which I've never heard of. And I don't know how like a pencil makes your lips feel plump, but they like tingle like a lip gloss, but it's from a pencil. Science is beyond me, but really nice. They also last so long. I wore one the other day and I'd like been to work, had lunch, come home, and it was still bloody on. And then I feel like this is just the perfect gloss. This is the Vive Lip Dew in the shade Rosa. It's like this beautiful nudie pink. Yeah. That is literally like the perfect gloss. And finishing step, I'm going to take the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Powder in the shade 03. I love using this at the end of makeup to like really brighten my under eye. Just like nothing seems to do it like this powder. It just gives you this like perfect airbrushed under eye. It's always like, you know that one step that you do at the end of your makeup and you're like, yes, that's it. Once I do this, I feel like everything just looks so bright. Especially for this makeup where she's like so doll-like. Okay, that is the finished makeup. Last step for fragrance. This is just what I imagine Sabrina Carpenter smells like. I feel like if you bottled her, it would smell like this. This is Cosmic from Kylie Jenner. I love this perfume so much. This is my second bottle of it. I wore it all through summer, but I'm actually still enjoying it through winter, which is quite rare. I normally have to like change everything for the seasons. It's so girly, super feminine, but still quite like strong and sexy. It's like vanilla, floral. I just feel like if this look was a fragrance, it would be this. And there we go. That is the finished Sabrina Carpenter look. I'm actually surprised how much I love this. I feel like it does definitely like soften my features a lot. Really feminine. I feel very girly. So thank you so much for watching this and thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed. Something a little bit different, but I'm actually kind of feeling it. I don't really want to take it off. As always, all the products that I've used will be linked in the description box down below. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day wherever you are, and I will see you very soon. Love you.